Hello and welcome, and today we are going to be learning about the animal and plant cell through Minecraft. And here we have the animal cell right here. And over here, the first thing on the list is the cell wall, which is a structure which is rigid and surrounds the cell membrane. And the next thing is the cell membrane, which is the lime thing over here. That is the outside wall of the animal cell and regulates chemical balance of a cell, also deciding what comes in and out. And then we have the vacuole, which stores nutrients, water, and other things that the cell needs. And then the vacuole membrane, which controls what goes in and out of a cell. The next thing on the list is the nucleus, which is where the DNA of a cell can be found, and then the nucleolus, which contains the chromosomes and DNA, and factors ribosome biogenesis. And the next thing is the cytoplasm, which is all this water here, which is a gel-like substance that holds all organelles in place. And then we have the rough ER, which transports proteins and sends them to the Golgi and manufactures enzymes and proteins. Then we have the smooth ER over here, which manufactures lipids that make the cell membrane. The next thing on the list is the chloroplast, which are specialized organelles characterized by their high concentration of chlorophyll. The next on the list is the peroxisome, which they are small vesicles found around the cell. They have a single membrane that contains digestive enzymes for breaking down toxic materials in the cell. And then here we have the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. And next we have the intermediate filaments, which anchor the nucleus and position it within the cell, and they give the cell its elastic properties and its ability to withstand tension. Over here, we have the granules, which create contact sites between inner and outer mitochondrial membranes, in which enzymes can function effectively. And here is the ribosomes, which contain are made of protein RNA, and the proteins are inside the cell. And here are more ribosomes as well. And then here is the amyloplasts, which are plastids or organelles responsible for the storage of starch granules. And then here is the Golgi, which is the thing that assembles cell proteins into larger proteins, and the Golgi vesicles, which are sorting many of the cell proteins and membrane constitutes and directing them in the proper destination. Okay, now we're going to go to the animal cell, which is over here. Over here you can find the animal cell. The green thing surrounding it is the cell membrane, which controls what goes in and out of the cell and regulates chemical balance. Here is the nucleus, which is where the DNA of a cell can be found, and the nucleolus, which where the chromosomes of DNA are, and facilitating ribosome biogenesis. Over here is the rough and smooth ER, which transport proteins and send them to the Golgi and manufacture enzymes and proteins. And here are the ribosomes, which are made of protein and RNA. Also here is more ribosomes. And then we can find the centrioles, which regulate cell motility, adhesion, and polarity and interphase, and facilitate the organization during mitosis. And the next is the mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of a cell. And this blue thing over here is the cytoplasm, which is also the jelly-like substance that surrounds a cell. And then over here is the microtubules, which provide the rigid and organized components of the cytoskeleton that gives shape to many cells. And up here we have the Golgi. We have the Golgi, which assembles cell proteins into larger proteins. And then we have the lysome, which a cell membrane, a cell-bound cell organelle that contains digestive enzymes. And then we have and that is it for the animal cell as well. There is also a vacuole that store the material needed by cells, such as water, salts, proteins, and carbohydrates. Thank you.